Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court. Corey Harris is the guy, just so everybody knows, he's the guy who got busted driving in his car, showing up to court on Zoom for driving while suspended. So that's who Corey Harris is. And I have a special video that I put together that is a little bit of a recap, as well as an update with the news interview.
Michigan man finding himself in even bigger trouble this morning.
He was recently arrested after attending a Zoom hearing for driving with a suspended license while driving his car.
Court calls case People versus Corey Harris.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Ann Arbor District Judge Cedric Simpson stunned by the actions of defendant Corey Harris and revoked his bond. This is today's edition of What Were You Thinking?
Oh, it's like it didn't even dawn on him.
Right.
He's like, oh yeah,
Suspended license. Oh, I shouldn't be driving while talking to the judge. Too late.
too late.
Yeah.
Busted.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, now to that viral video fallout after a man was seen driving during a virtual court hearing for driving on a suspended license. Today, Corey Harris talks about why he was behind the wheel, but he also says he should not have been charged in the first place.
And 7 News reporter Kimberly Craig talked to Harris and checked into that suspension.
After he was busted driving on a suspended license, Corey Harris had to report to the Washtenaw County Jail here. And today I asked him what everyone wants to know. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? I was thinking about getting my wife medical help. That's what I was thinking.
Corey Harris said that's why he was behind the wheel earlier this month when he appeared before District Court Judge Cedric Simpson, who knew Harris was appearing on a charge of driving while license suspended.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. Just give me 1 second.
We spoke to Harris by phone today, and he said the doctor wanted to see his wife for some ongoing medical issues that had worsened, and he didn't think about anything but getting her there.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
Corey Harris was cited for driving while license suspended in Pittsfield Township back in October. He said it was suspended for unpaid child support. Secretary of State records show his license was first suspended for child support back in 2010. But Harris told us he thought his license had been reinstated.
They were supposed to have been lifted it two years ago, but they didn't.
And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News, Detroit.
Well, let's hope he gets that straightened out. Thank you, Kim.
Dun, 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 dun. Funny turn of events there. He thought his license should have been renewed because of reasons, but he never, like everyone pointed out here, he never actually went the extra little step of just making sure, or even reapplying as if as he might have been required to do. I assure you, once people like really look into like what's going on there, it's probably more his fault than the workers who didn't do what they were supposed to do. I mean, if I could lend a little bit of commentary here, I mean, what a kind of entitled thing to say from his position. I mean, how dare he say that, oh, this person who's probably inundated with a metric ton of paperwork that they have to fulfill on a regular basis, how dare they make a mistake in their everyday life? I never make mistakes like that when I'm working. What an idiot. And to do it on the news, that's a next level. I mean, if I would like to think if that had been me, I would have said, I'm very frustrated about the situation. It's my fault for not double checking and making sure that the process had gone through the way it should have. I'll, make sure to do whatever I need to do to ensure that my license is cleared up so this type of confusion doesn't happen again in the future. But the whole situation is entirely embarrassing. And knowing the extra little mile, I can actually kind of forgive him now for driving at that point in time. He probably in his head thought, my license is valid again, so I have nothing to worry about. But it's still really, really silly considering he was showing up in court for a driving while suspended. I mean, number one, don't activate your Zoom camera while you're in the driver's seat, period, end of story, ever. Stop sentence. That's just the number one rule, right? Have your car stopped. Be in the back seat or the passenger seat. Be in a seat that is not the driver's seat. And be prepared to show like the area behind you is not moving. Or here's an even better idea. I can't believe I didn't think about this to start with. How about we not use our cameras on our phones for doing court hearings in Zoom? Because most all of us have access to tablets and computers that can be connected to full-fledged Wi-Fi networks and not have to depend on cell towers that may have faults in the middle of your hearing. I'm sorry. I'm getting off on one of my little tangents, and I probably shouldn't, but yeah, that's my opinion on that situation, and I'm sticking to it.